Shanine with Simply a Better You, and I'm hanging out in my kitchen today making some roast butternut squash soup. And I realized I needed to make another hand soap. So a few months back, I decided I was going to start switching some things over. I made a promise to myself I was going to do this years ago and never did it because it required me to actually be intentional with what I was going to do and stop and buy some different products instead of the quick and easy soap refill products. So in the past, I just buy the big container and a soap pump and fill it up. And we use that for hand soap or dish soap. This is dish soap, so considering we have lots of dirty hands in the house, that's what we use for hand soap. And then I would pick up the Bath and Body Works pump soaps when they would go on sale around Christmas and things. Get the inexpensive ones from Walmart, and we just had those all over the house. In using these, I have found I am allergic to most anything that has a lot of fragrance in it. It makes my hands itch as well as dry them out. You can get things that have moisturizers and stuff in it, but by the time you add all the colorings and you add the perfumes, it just wasn't working for me. It irritated my hands, it burns my hands, so it just wasn't a good idea. And in most cases, I've had to buy really gentle hand soap, or just use bar soap. That has been the safest for me. But this is convenient, and it doesn't fall in the sink, and it doesn't get left in the sink, and it doesn't get left on the side of the sink in a puddle of water. You know, I have little ones. So I've always used my hand pump soap, but I wanted to do something different. And I know I can do, Castile soap and do my hand pump soap that way, but I wanted to do the foaming soap because it uses a lot less soap in the process, and I have a little one that loves bubbles. And we're really encouraging hand washing because she's kind of at that age where she's playing outside all the time and her fingernails and stuff are always dirty. So I'm like, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. So why not make it fun in the process? I got on Amazon, and it is quite this easy. I decided to do foaming hand soap pumps, and I thought I was going to order them just from a store already filled or comes with the ingredients and the little pump. And I'm like, no, that's how I would do things in the past. We need to change up some things. How can I do this and it be inexpensive? So I hopped on Amazon and I found foaming hand soap pumps for mason jars. And I have tons of mason jars because, I pickle and ferment and can stuff. So, I have tons of these laying around the house. And I thought, well, I'm going to buy one of these and put it together and show you our hand soap. So this is currently what is in my daughter's bathroom. And it's a mason jar, it's got the pump on top of it, and that is what this is and what we're going to put together. In that, I'm going to show you a really simple, quick and easy recipe as far as making your foaming hand soap at home. It's not complicated. Though you may get online and realize, okay, things are really complicated. I have to have the most simplest of simple anything to follow. So you get on there and it's like add 3 ounces of this and 2 ounces of that and 6 ounces and 5 drops. And I'm like, can you just give that to me in cups and tablespoons, please? Because that's how my brain works. I haven't exactly transferred everything over. As I'm starting to learn to make soap and other things, I'm working in ounces and grams, and yeah, we have scales and things for that. So I just something quick and easy and simple. your mason jar actually has measurements on the side of it. And I love that. So this is a 12-ounce mason jar. That's if you fill it to right here. Okay? And we're going to leave some space at the top anyway, so you're not going to fill it all the way up. But all this is water, but you want purified water, distilled water, reverse osmosis water, get water from your Berkey, not tap water. Don't want to use the tap water. You want the cleanest of clean water. You're going to need Castile soap, and you can get whatever you want. You can get it already fragranced if that's something you prefer. Mine is unscented because I like to change up the fragrance depending on what I'm using it for. You know, if it's the bathrooms and the kitchens, I usually do something more citrusy. And if it's something I'm using for, you know, bathing or making laundry soap, I want it to smell maybe more lavender or have a floral scent to it. So I just get the unscented kind. So that you'll need, this is optional. You can add essential oils to it for a fragrance, and you can add additional oils like vitamin E, a sweet almond oil. You can do rosehip oil, something to add some moisturizing to it, but I don't do that. But I thought I'd give you guys the option. I've never had really a reason to do that. The essential oil has always seemed to be enough, as long as it's not something that is drying to my skin. And I've never just really had the need to put it in there. One less step. I'm all about that. So let me show you real quick how to put this together. Okay, so I purchased this little kit off of Amazon. It has everything you need in it. It's got the metal ring, a little gasket in there, the pump, and then of course the little straw that attaches to the pump. It did come with instructions, so you know, I consider this fail-proof. Step-by-step instructions, easy to read. I didn't need them to put this together. And this fits a regular mouth mason jar, not a wide mouth mason jar. And you just shove the straw into the pump. You want to make sure it meets the spring part, so it goes all the way in. You put the pump through the lid, and you're going to screw the gasket on. This said, you know, fingertip tight. You want to make sure it's snug, but you don't want to crank it down too hard. So, and it is kind of an odd little fit. You're trying to twist around something, but got it in there, and just make sure everything is situated and tight. I haven't had any problems with them leaking. And then twist it on your mason jar just to make sure that it fits. And there you have it. So let's make some soap. So this is about, I use about a cup to a cup and a half of water. And on your measuring on your mason jar is there. If you turn your mason jar to the side, you'll see some measurement marks, or at least on your ball mason jars, it's there. You'll need 2 tablespoons of the Castile soap, of course, your preference. If you get it fragranced, you may not need fragrance, and if you want to add some extra, feel free to add extra. It is your soap. You can make it how you see fit, and that works for your family. I am adding lemongrass to mine. I love the smell of lemongrass, and this is going in my bathroom, so lemongrass is my fave. I'm going to add about 5 drops. Sometimes an extra drop or 2 kind of sneaks out. And that's it. And you put the lid on, tighten it down, and you're ready to go. I shake mine. There's no need to shake, but you know, kind of mix up your oils and mix up the soap inside of it. And then of course you want to make sure these have that little shut off valve. You can twist them so they don't pump, which is nice. So you'll need to twist it, pump it a few times to kind of prime the bottle, and there you go. So there you have it. It can't be any more simpler than that. A mason jar you probably already have at home. If you're worried about the glass, you can find plastic containers, plastic jars that you can use. I know that, you know, I have little ones. I've had quite a few of these jars dropped myself, and they haven't broken. It's, you know, and I have tile floor, but they have survived. I've never had one, you know, explode and shatter into fine pieces across the house yet, knock on wood. So my kids are fairly responsible and fairly safe. Do not put this on the edge of your bathroom counter. Put it off to the corner. That way when the kids are grabbing it and pumping, if it does slip or slide, it slides and it smacks the wall versus off the counter and onto the floor. Other than that, we haven't had any real problems. Like I said, I tried this and I put it in the girls' bathroom first, and we haven't had any problems. So definitely give this a try. The particular kit that I got was on Amazon. I looked for mason jar lid foaming hand pumps, and it brought up quite a few. So you can get some really nice ones that come with the jars, different shapes, different colors. All I wanted was the top. I didn't want to pay for the jar. And this one came with cute little stickers that said foaming soap, but you can also make your own. And it was cheap and inexpensive. Now, this part right here is metal, and it says it's stainless steel, and this is plastic, which is actually kind of nice, because my pump that I use in my kitchen, this is metal and it corrodes on the end. Even if I keep it wiped off, it starts to rust. So it says it's stainless steel, it says it's rust proof, and it gunks up on the end. So I'm really happy that this one is plastic, and I might switch over at some point and maybe move this one to my bathroom, but I don't know yet. But so far we have both of these in the bathrooms, and they are working and working great. I have read mixed reviews about the longevity of this. Some people say you need to add alcohol to it. I do not. I haven't seen a whole lot of recipes online that say that you need to add alcohol to it. Some of them say you need to add a vegetable glycerin to it. I think that's more for a moisturizer, but I don't do that either. It's your own personal preference. Some people have said that the alcohol helps keep it longer, that it helps keep it from building up bacteria or mold or something. I haven't experienced that yet, and they've also said that this only lasts for about 2 weeks, and I haven't experienced that yet either. I've read a lot of mixed reviews. Some people say 2 to 3 days, 2 weeks, a week, 2 to 3 months. I've read 6 months. I don't know. So experiment with it. You know, if you run across a problem, if it starts to look gross, maybe take the lid off and give it a good sniff. But when it settles, this one is cloudy. You know, I will go in the bathroom and clean up and shake them. This has a lemongrass in it, and this one has lemon in it. And I think I do have a little bit more Castile soap in this one than I do the other one. I kind of eyeballed this one. So it's a little bit cloudy, but it smells like soap. So it doesn't smell funny. It's not sticky or gross or slimy. There's nothing growing in it. Use your sniffer, use your eyes, go with your best judgment. Obviously, when in doubt, throw it out. That's all I can tell you. You're really not out a whole lot of money or a whole lot of product, especially if you're buying soap like this or bigger. So, you know, I'm happy I got to share that with you today. So, guys, I will link everything down below in the description box, from the lid to the mason jars. I am not really brand loyal when it comes to essential oils. I've tried them all. I have friends that sell them, so it's just kind of what I'm available to get. There are some essential oils that are very expensive, and I just don't want to part with that kind of money. Not for the essential oils. What is important to me is that it's organic. So I buy this. I get it off of Amazon. You can also buy these from Walmart, but Amazon's a little cheaper. And right there is all I need. USDA organic, non-GMO verified. That's all I'm asking. I trust this brand because I put this brand on my face and I have never had any problems. I've put this brand in my hair. I mean, everything that I get from them is USDA organic. And right now I'm working through a bottle of vitamin E oil that my mother had. And when she passed away, I picked up a lot of her oil bottles. But I'm working through that, and then I'll go back and order my vitamin E specific. I will go back and order my vitamin E bottles in this particular brand. But anyways, so you guys look up, research, decide what you're comfortable with. I am perfectly comfortable with using this in any of my body care and home products. So I will leave that up to you. Anything else you guys can get from the stores and Amazon, it's easy. I've even purchased this off of Amazon. I did not go with Dr. Bronner's. I may eventually try theirs out, but I was looking for something that was obviously natural. This is certified organic, and that's basically the importance to me. A name on a bottle doesn't mean anything to me. I need to know that the company is good, the background is good, it's organic, it's certified. That is what I am looking for in a company. A name is just a name on a bottle. So I need to know what is the company's background. I need to be able to research it myself. I need to read it. I need to see reviews. I need to know that it's okay. And I do like Dr. Bronner's because I have purchased some of their products, but this was cheaper and I wanted cheaper. So I'll leave it up to you guys. So as always, I bless you guys on your journeys, and I thank you for joining me on mine.